From Silicon Slopes, I'm your host, Josh Matches, and I'm joined by Jonathan Johnson, the CEO of Overstock. Thank you so much for joining us.
Josh, it's great to be with you again. You're always here.
I'm always here. I'm ever present at Silicon Slopes, and I love coming every single year.
Thank you.
So we've been talking for years, and I know that I know so much about Overstock, but for our audience today, could you just tell us a little bit about the history of the company and what it was like running it the last 18 months during a pandemic?
Yes, Overstock's been around for 22 years. We started as a liquidator, like our name suggests. We became a general merchandiser. Today we've morphed into an online home furnishings and furniture company. And so the past 18 months since the pandemic began has frankly been just wonderful for our business. People have been at home looking at their furniture, needing to upgrade it. They've been expanding their living space from the four walls of their home to the four corners of their property. We've sold a ton of patio furniture, and everyone's online. And there's this big secular shift from buying furniture and home furnishings in a brick and mortar store online. And we really think a lot of that's going to stick because the experience is easy, the finding things is easy, returning it's easy. That's what Overstock's all about.
Incredible. Well, a big theme of this week is the supply chain and what's happening there. And certainly as we're looking at the holiday season, things might go from overstock to understock. What are your predictions, and can you talk to us about what we're seeing?
So the supply chain has had kinks in it for almost 2 years now. It started with the manufacturers in China, then it flipped to the carriers like UPS and FedEx getting it from warehouse to home. Today, it's at the ports and it's with the containers. The ports are backed up. You look at Long Beach and Los Angeles, the Pacific Ocean looks like the Los Angeles freeways. It's so backed up. And so what we've done is we've worked with our suppliers, and we have over 4,000 of them, to help them find different ways to get product into country. But I really think that Overstock's business model, as it is today, fits for high demand, low supply. Our suppliers don't want to put their products in anyone's warehouse but their own. They don't want to put it in Fulfilled by Amazon. They don't want to put it in Castlegate with Wayfair. They want to have the optionality to send it whoever can sell it for them. And so for us, not forcing them to put it in our warehouses, we actually have more in stock this year than we did last year. Now, it's not quite as high as it was 2 years ago, pre-pandemic, but we're in a better inventory position today than we were a year ago.
Well, that gives you much more flexibility than most retailers this holiday season.
Good flexibility. I'll tell you one thing that we're really stoked to have. We've got a lot of Christmas trees on site. And I know people are really worried about being able to find Christmas trees before the holidays. We've got them.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So let's talk about crypto, because I've been talking to you now for years, and every year you've been talking crypto, way before it was at this kind of incredible moment where it's all-time highs and NFTs. Where do you see that industry going, and perhaps what's Overstock's place in it?
Well, we have made investments in 21 different companies that use blockchain, the underlying technology behind crypto. Some are involved in crypto, some are elsewhere. Earlier this year, we put all those companies into a limited partnership. We've got a great Silicon Slope partner, Pelion Ventures, which is the general partner managing those 21 companies. I'm still super bullish on blockchain, and I'm bullish on the right crypto. I mean, I think we still accept Bitcoin.
Yes.
We still accept Ethereum. We accept several different cryptos on the Overstock site. I think there's a future for that. And I think the next place it really takes off is central bank digital currencies, where central banks are actually issuing a blockchain-based digital currency. And one of our portfolio companies, BIT, has done this in the Eastern Caribbean. It's doing it in Nigeria now. I quickly read this morning a paper that McKinsey had put out on the growing success of central bank digital currencies. There's a big ramp up, I think, in cryptocurrency, digital currencies, and blockchain technology.
It's a great way to modernize an economy, especially in some of those places where the infrastructure is really...
Well, the infrastructure is not there, and the population is unbanked. They have a cell phone, So a digital currency makes sense for them, but they don't have a bank account. And if you don't have a bank account, you can't participate in the 21st century economy, right? It just doesn't work. So central bank digital currencies make a lot of sense in the developing world.
Yeah, and it just raises up the individuals and then the economies along with them. It's incredible.
Yeah, we think it's doing good. We think it's doing good, and we'll do well at it.
Amazing. So we're here at Silicon Slopes. Have you met anybody or some of the companies you're excited about? Because I feel like you're always on the edge of knowing who's great here at the Slopes conference.
Well, we're talking about cryptocurrency. We're talking about up and coming. TaxBit was just on the stage here. One of the difficulties with cryptocurrency is figuring out the tax ramifications, because the IRS treats it not like a currency but like an asset. TaxBit has solved this. We know these guys. They're smart. They're one I think that's going to be exciting. But I've been involved with Silicon Slopes from the beginning. I just pulled up a picture from 2015. Used to be known as Start SLC. I was on the main stage for their very first one of these summits. It's grown to be so big. The companies here are exciting. They're doing interesting things. Utah's become a great place to start a company, build a company, live and work at a company. That's what Silicon Slopes is all about.
It's an incredible tech hub and brings so much talent, and I think that probably has been to your benefit, I'm sure.
Oh, 22 years ago when Overstock started, it was not like this. And attracting talent to Utah was more difficult. Today, it's easier, much easier to attract talent. How can people not love the mountains, summer or winter, hiking or skiing, the deserts, the national parks? But now they're attracted because there are fantastic jobs here, and there are lots of fantastic jobs here, and that's what Silicon Slopes has helped create.
Amazing. Final question, what's next for Overstock as you guys continue to grow, and especially moving into the holidays?
Well, I think our future is really bright. We've had an incredible run with the pandemic, but I think that's masked all the operational improvements we've made. Warren Buffett famously said, it's only when the tide goes out that can you discover who's been swimming naked. Well, there was this huge tide of pandemic business which came to e-commerce companies, but as that begins to subside, you'll see we're taking market share. We spent the last 18 months not just doing right by our customers, but sewing strip by strip an operational wetsuit, so when the tide goes out, we're not naked, we're ready for it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Jonathan, so great to see you, and can't wait to talk next year at Silicon Slopes about all the other amazing innovations you've made.
Josh, I'm going to hold you to it. Thank you.
Looking forward to it.
Thanks.
Thanks.